Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to be playing Hearts of Iron 4, a game somewhat similar to Axis and Allies, but different in many ways. It's another World War II game I thought I would go ahead and try out, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now I will say I did in fact play a couple games before, but other than that I am relatively a noob at this game. We're going to go ahead and start on January 1st, 1936. You could read the lore here if you want to. Pause the video. Go ahead and select the scenario here, and we'll go ahead and play as, so we can play as France, the USA, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Japan, other countries. We're going to play as Poland. I don't know how far I will get with that. I think the Soviet Union would be a good start. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play the Soviet Union here. For difficulty, I have been playing on civilian and getting dominated. The first time I did play, the Allies declared war on me as Russia, and I kind of got destroyed there. The second time, Germany destroyed me. But I feel like I do, in fact, have a little bit of a grasp on the game so far, so I'm going to try out recruit difficulty. Just give me a little bit more of a challenge, I guess. But in any case, we'll go ahead and click Start right here. So for those of you who are absolutely completely new to Hearts of Iron 4, pretty much this is a real-time RTS game where you pretty much, I guess you could just, be at peace for and unite the world under peace, or just dominate the world and send all of your guys into, Poland or the rest of Europe. Take over Europe, spread communism, really do a bunch of things in this game. There's a lot of diplomacy options as well, but anyway, we'll go ahead and just get right into it. So as you can see, here is a look at the entire world. Here we are as the Soviet Union. We are also playing as Joseph Stalin, I think. Yeah, we are playing as Joseph Stalin, I guess. So here's the Soviet Union, absolutely massive, probably the absolute biggest nation on the board. I guess France has a little bit of holdings in Africa. I think this is kind of useless territory though. This is literally sand is all that's really there. We got the entire Soviet Union right up here. Over here in Europe, we got France, United Kingdom, Poland, all of these guys. They're all chilling right over here. And so at the start of the game, we are currently not at war at the moment. The game is also paused right now, so nothing really is happening at this point. Right now, we're not really at war. It is, in fact, 1936 right now. So, yeah, nothing's really happening. I guess we're just going to go ahead and slowly build up, maybe take over Europe some way. But essentially, the first thing that we should do is, well, we'll check out the science tree. So here's a pretty interesting mechanic. Pretty much, I could go ahead and start researching some science. And over here, we have a couple different categories of science we could go for. We could go for infantry technology, support company technology, armor technology, artillery technology, naval technology. I don't think we're going to be going for that as Russia. If Axis and Allies did teach me one thing, it's not to go Navy as Russia. I also could purchase air power. I mean, that could be interesting for Russia as well. Next is engineering, which is going to be sort of like your sciencey stuff. In this case, I think this one is pretty good because this one, if you research it, will make all the other researchers go a little bit faster. So I'm going to go ahead and actually research, that one. And also I have 2 extra free slots I could also research some stuff in. And I could research this, which also will increase my research speed, but this is a little bit far ahead in the timeline. As you can see, it's 1940 is when people usually get this, and I'm going to get a pretty big debuff if I do try to go for this, and it is not currently 1940. So I'm going to hold on to nuclear bombs for right now, and I believe the next one to go for is going to be basic machine tools. Pretty much is going to make my factories produce more, or make them a little bit more efficient. I'll go for that one. And then the third one, I think it's construction or infantry's technology. I think I'll go for construction. We'll just kind of build the Soviet Union to the greatest that it can be. So construction pretty much just allows me to build stuff faster. So that's all the technologies I could research. Next, we go on to civilian factories. Now, civilian factories are pretty much used to, I guess, build random buildings. They also have to provide food for your people too, as well, I believe. Consumer goods or something like that. But over here, I have all these different little buildings I could go ahead and create with my civilian factories. The more civilian factories I do have, the more buildings I could create, or at least the faster that I can in fact create them. So I believe that more civilian factories are going to be the key to winning here. More civilian factories equals even more civilian factories made. So click this button and then I can make some more and more civilian factories to get even more factories to build even more stuff. And where should I build this? So I believe how it works is that the high infrastructure places here are going to allow me to build the factories there even faster than compared to, say, if I wanted to build this factory in, like, I guess the Soviet Far East somewhere where there's like 20 infrastructure. I think it's going to be a little bit slower. So I'm going to put these on areas that have pretty high infrastructure. So this one in Moscow, build 2 factories there, as well as probably, what's this place? Stalingrad. Okay, we built 4 here in Stalingrad for now, Q4 up. And the next one, this one's 80% on this one placed right here, Kharkov? Butchering that name incredibly. So that appears to be it. Oh, we also have here in Leningrad. I should talk like a Russian for this entire playthrough. So that is going to be it, I think, for construction. Next thing we have is military factories. Now, there are civilian factories and there are military factories. Military factories, on the other hand, are used to make your military. All this military equipment is... all this military equipment here is built with factories. Also, there are dockyards, which are like naval military factories where you can build navy. I guess here we're building a bunch of submarines, I guess, for some reason. I'm not really sure what to do with the navy at this point. I think this is a good navy's build. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to go with that either way. I'm also building like 1 fighter here with 1 factory and like more fighter strategic bombers with this factory. I think that's fine. Yeah, I could also change this for something else. I don't know if I'll need any bombers, to be honest. Especially if we don't have the resources for it, because as you can see here, it requires a little bit of production. It might be a little bit not that great to see on this recording because it might be a little bit low resolution. I do apologize for that. So I think I'm gonna actually scrap that. We don't have any rubber, that's the thing. I don't think we could really make an Air Force. We'll have to get some rubber somehow. And to get rubber, I think there's a technology I could get that could give me refineries that produce rubber and oil at the same time. So I think we'll hold on to Air Force right now. I could also trade for resources, but I don't really want to, you know, trade my civilian factories for resources just now. I think right now I will, let's see, I do in fact have 1 rubber, and my rubber will go onto this truck, I guess. Trucks I think are going to be kind of good. The rest of my factories I have a ton of factories. Probably guns. I have a few guns. A support equipment as well, I think. Some artillery. There's some more here. Also, I believe you can make anti-air. I mean, we're not going for Air Force, so might as well get some anti-air stuff, I think. So go 1 factory there. Tanks, I think we're okay on tanks for now. I think my nation needs a lot of guns. I think all these troops here are going to need some guns, and they're kind of low on guns at this point. I guess we'll just make more guns. And yeah, I think that's it. Got 1 for trucks. I guess we could do a little bit more in tanks, maybe 1 more in artillery. Maybe some more into artillery. I think artillery is going to be a little bit better here. That's it for the military factories. And next, I know there's a lot of stuff that that you have to do, but we're almost there. So here I am missing equipment production. I guess I'm not making any fighters or tactical bombers or strategic bombers or naval bombers, but I don't really have the resources for that. So I think I'm just going to ignore that for now. Next up here, we have our national focus. Now this is kind of interesting because you could, there's a lot of things you could potentially do. You could go for heavy industry over here, start building up a bunch of factories. Focus on your Air Force. You could do like a focus this way, or you could focus on your Navy. There's also like this one that focuses on your Army. And this one's more like a political side. So if you go to Leninism, Marxism, you could go to like the Comintern. And then do this like Baltic security one and take all the Baltics, or promote Middle East diplomacy, or literally just fight Japan. Yeah, pretty interesting. I will go for this one though, the path of Marxism-Leninism, because it's going to give me a lot of stability. Specifically this area over here is going to give me stability. And you know, the Soviet Union is kind of unstable at this point, giving me a little bit of debuffs on creating more factories. So I want to make the Soviet Union stable, if at all possible. I could also try to go for an alternate history route here, so like the left opposition, I guess, make Trotsky in power or something like that. Do all this interesting alternative history stuff, but I think I'll just go for the Stalin route. I did play the Soviet Union a couple times before, and eventually what'll happen is Stalin will get a little bit paranoid of everyone in his government, and he'll start purging people. He'll start get paranoid, and he's going to start purging people in the military. He's going to start purging all of our generals, and we don't want that happening. And the only way to really prevent that is just to start purging everyone, and then eventually, once we get to this one, then the purges will stop officially. Then we could kind of focus on other things. But I'm going to try to rush down this area just to make sure Stalin is, you know, sane. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go for that. Next, basic training. Now I could actually train some more divisions. I think I'll just make this guy and put him in Moscow. We'll start basic training. A single infantry unit. I don't think I need to train that many because I think we're kind of low on supplies right now. But I think that should be it. Next we have unassigned divisions. So pretty much all these guys are like different divisions. And I'm going to have to actually group them all up into armies. And this is kind of like the tedious part of this game. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we just group them all together like so. I think there's a better way to do this. I'm just not sure how exactly. I'll go ahead and put these guys into one big army, and these guys over here as well. So now I have this giant army of 138 divisions. I can now divide this up into like separate armies, and to make them more effective, you have to put them in like groups of 24, which is the max you could have for like a general. So if I put Zhukov here, he could lead 24 divisions effectively. Right now he's in charge of 18. So I'm going to try to divide all these guys into groups of 24. 24. This is so... I think we do 15. Now let's actually do... There has to be a better way of doing this. I'm just going to be doing it the tedious way for right now. If someone in the comments knows how to do this a little bit faster, please let me know. But yeah, we have 30 here. We could do one more. 23, that's kind of close actually. I could put like one of these guys over there. Then 17, okay. We got 25. I gotta put one of these guys over there. So I could go there. Almost there. That's a 24, 24, 23, 24. Then I have a 25 guy over here. So now all my armies have 24 except for Zhukov over here. He has an 18 troop army, but we'll go ahead and probably get even more troops for him quite soon. But then I could assign generals to all of these guys, and I will go ahead and do that. Assign the best general that I can for each one of these armies. And yeah, there we go. All my armies have a certain general. in charge of them. I could also group up all these generals with a little field commander, I believe, field commander. You can put this guy in. Yeah, I think this guy actually, yeah, that's fine. So then we go ahead and can group all these guys like so, and now they're all part of this this guy, and this guy could command all these guys for me. I think that's how it works. Anyway, now I have all these guys grouped. This guy over here is not going to be a part of this because he can't really effectively lead 6 people. So Zhukov is going to be kind of on his own at this point. But then pretty much everyone is needing orders, so no one really knows what to do. So I could go ahead and make a front line here. I guess I could also like unpause the game. So yeah, as you could see, Zhukov is going to be mobilizing his forces on the Romanian border here. Just kind of sit here menacingly, looking over at the Romanians, get ready to attack. This guy, I guess I could put him on Poland border right there. Protect myself from Poland. This guy, I guess you go on to this place. What is this place? Latvia. Put that guy on the border of Latvia. Station all of his troops there. Got this guy. Put him on this place, Estonia. Over here I have 2 more armies. I might as well put them on Finland as well. Make a front line there. Kind of be a little bit intimidating on Finland. Just like that. Now everyone's going to be moving over to yeah, over to the borders there. I'll go ahead and speed up time a little bit here. And yeah, there we go. Everyone is mobilizing. And yeah. Got a little tank division here. And yeah, Poland is a little bit worried right now. But you know, we're not going to be invading them anytime soon. We have to watch out. We got pretty much at this point, we have to stop the purges. Or at least, well, I guess, no. We can't stop the purges. We have to continue the purges. We need to finish the purges first before we could actually really do anything, I think. Otherwise, our nation's going to be very unstable. We need to, you know, get that stability first off. I also have this other thing here, no template. I guess I'm making like anti-air right now, but I don't have any, but none of my divisions are actually using anti-air, so I mean, that's fine. We'll just sort of have a stockpile of anti-air guns at this point in time. So right now, I pretty much, after this setup, you just kind of wait for something to happen. I have all these guys coming over here. I guess I might defend against Japan. I don't know, I played this a couple times. Japan hasn't really attacked me at all during the playthrough, so I think I'll just keep them over here. Over in the Eastern Front. I think that'll be a little bit better. Got these guys coming over, I guess by train, I guess. Or I guess they're just like manually walking over the train tracks over. But yeah, go ahead and speed it up a little bit more and just kind of wait and see what happens. Okay, there's something going on in the world news. Japanese young officer group. A group of young officers has succeeded in toppling the government and reinstating the emperor of the supreme ruler of the Japanese nation. It appears this was a reaction to perceived threats of widespread government corruption and adherence to hostile ideologies. Okay, we also completed the Marxism-Leninism path. So wait, is Japan under a new... Oh. I thought they would, Hirohito actually lost power, but I guess he just gained power. You know, we got Hirohito here, leader of Japan. We can also do a little bit of diplomacy too as well, so if I could, if I go to any one of these pages, I could actually just improve relations, but that's going to cost me some of these political power points, which are kind of useful for my government. I don't necessarily want to do that right now, at least early on. And maybe later I could go ahead and do some diplomacy with people. So next up, we could go ahead and focus the center. And yeah, we continue going on. All right, so a couple things did happen. Italy moves to annex Sultanate of Asha. I think they're attacking Ethiopia. Japanese provocation at our border. What is this? As part of maintaining the demarcation line on the border between us and the Japanese shogunate, a work party was sent out to check on the demarcation markers near Lake Kazan. When approaching the border, the work party was taken under fire by a local Japanese outpost. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable indeed. Wait, what exactly do we have to do for this? Border purification. So wait, effects not completed. Alright, so basically Japan's just going to get a bonus for land doctrine and armor technology if I don't do anything. Do I really care though? I mean, I don't really get any benefit from that, but I guess what is going on exactly? Are they trying to invade me or something right now? What do I do exactly? I don't know, this is a bit confusing. I don't know, where's the border dispute? Is it right here? Is this where they're trying to attack? I don't know, I think I'm just gonna let them do what they do, I guess. Keep my forces over here in Eastern Europe. And yeah, we'll just continue. Continue the game. Submits to Italian demands. Unsurprising, unfortunately. Let's take a look at Ethiopia. Oh my goodness, Ethiopia is kind of dead. That is unfortunate for them. That's unfortunate. I could send volunteers to them, actually. Help the Ethiopians out. So I could send 2. Actually, you know what? We're going to send some volunteers to Ethiopia. We'll try to help them out. I think it's kind of useless, but we can definitely try. I think I'll send in... Send a mountain guy? Yeah, there's mountains in Ethiopia. Yeah, there's a lot of mountains. I think we'll send in some volunteers. Because even if, like, you know, even if these guys die, they will also give me army experience, which could be kind of useful in creating new divisions and stuff. We'll add, I guess, this guy. Yeah, I guess we'll make this new guy a commander. And we'll help out Ethiopia here. I don't know how long it will in fact last, but we'll send some volunteers over. Send over this guy. And they accept. They accept the volunteers. Looks like Ethiopia is in fact getting demolished right now. Maybe this was in fact a mistake, but I mean, we're not really committing that much. Anyway, we completed the center. We'll go on to the Stalin Constitution here. That's a bit unfortunate. They're getting gobbled up pretty hard. All right, so now we have our guys here. What do we do? What do we do? I think we kind of... See, the Italians are pushing up this way, and Ethiopia doesn't really have any guys here. Their capitals, I think we kind of just defend their capital, to be honest. So I could assign an order to them. Area defense, I think this works. If I just put that right there. Just defend in the mountains areas against the Italians. So we're just kind of sitting here on the border. Yeah. Oh, the first battle of the playthrough. Looks like the Italians are going to be attacking us here in Osceola. Taking on this Soviet soldier who is actually pretty entrenched into that location. There's this little green bubble here. That means pretty much... well, first up, the arrow is pointing towards us, so that means that these guys are attacking us. And if it's green, that means we are winning. If it's red, then pretty much we are losing. So right now we're defending pretty well against this little Italian division trying to attack us. And yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like we are getting a little bit of experience. Current experience 0.14, yeah. So a little bit of experience, I mean not that much, but it is what it is. I could also do some more things here. Decisions are available. So I could do improved worker conditions, ban fascism, ban democratic parties. I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to use my political power right now. I'm gonna modify the officer corps and actually get an army expert, which is gonna give me even more army experience, which could be good. But I think I want to save up because there's this one guy that's pretty good for stability. This is the guy I want to get, Mikhail Kleinin, the popular figurehead here. I'm gonna wait for a little bit just to get enough for that and get this guy. Just gotta wait for that. So over here, how'd this guy go? Okay, it looks like the Italians did in fact retreat from that battle. Looks like another border conflict is going on. Yeah, I'm not really defending anything here. They could go ahead and take the border all they want. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Yeah, they could gotta go ahead and just do that. It's fine. Who's this guy, though? Where'd this guy come from? Okay, well, oh, I guess this is the guy who's gonna go over there and contest the Japanese. I think it's probably too late. They kind of already secured the, I guess, the border conflict area. I almost have enough to get that one guy, but let's go ahead and still defend. We're defending pretty well right here, holding on strong. And also each of these guys will level up, I think, slowly over time. As long as they're fighting something, we get some veterans up in here. Next, we'll probably get the mechanical computing, which is also going to improve our research speed slightly and help us in the long-term researching even more technologies. This battle looks like it's a little bit iffy on both sides. It's like flashing yellow and red. But this guy is, in fact, holding on quite strong. Looks like the Italians are going to break through us here at this point. Oh, no, maybe. I'm not really sure. Bit of an undecided battle at that point. It looks like Joseph Stalin is going to get concerned about factionalism. Interesting. So now I believe, yes, now Stalin is going to be a little bit paranoid of everyone in the military right now. He's going to start purging random people. And pretty much when he does that, that means, you know, this dial is like super high. If this dial is like super high, then that means someone's going to immediately get purged. We don't want that to be happening, and in order to push this down, we have to do some of these. So forge satisfactory production reports, I'll go down by 20. But yeah, we don't necessarily have to do that right now because we are at 0%, which is okay. That is reasonable. We could go ahead and just kind of hold on to that. Now, I'll pause real quick. Now I could get this one guy, the popular figurehead, giving us more stability, which is quite nice. Quite nice. I think it'll help us a little bit in factory construction. Yeah, it'll help us out with creating stuff. Italians are still trying to attack us right there, but we are holding strong. At least I think. We are losing and we're winning at the same time. A little bit of an interesting battle going on. I think in the end, though, Italian does have superior forces over here, so they will eventually overrun us. Japanese victory at Lake Khasan, yeah, that's fine. I don't really care. I think I just gained something from that, but I'm not sure what it was exactly. End the conflict. What is this? If I just do that, I guess I can't. It's like a operation, I guess. I guess we'll just continue watching this one battle. Looks like he's, what was that? He kind of like look over here. He was like shooting ghosts for a second. Looks like Italy is going to back off just for a little bit. We are in fact going to still hold the capital here. I have my other soldier here ready to defend them if at all costs. I think eventually these guys will get encircled and killed, but I think we're okay right now. The rest of the civil war over here, no, not the civil war, this invasion of Italy, excuse me. Looks like the Italians are going in. Can I do any sort of offensive operation? I don't believe so. These guys look pretty strong over there. Looks like they're going pretty strong over there as well. What about supply? Supply is also very key in this game. We have pretty good supply here. Yeah, I'll just kind of chill here, I guess, and defend, I guess, until Ethiopia surrenders, if they do. Hopefully they surrender before we lose our guys. I think we should be fine. They have to keep an eye on that political paranoia marker thing. Otherwise we might lose some guys. It looks like the Italians are going to press their advantage yet again, and it looks like they're going to be losing miserably to the same Soviets over here. This guy is, you know, he's doing very, very well on holding the Italians off there, pretty much knocking them back yet again. We could try to attack this guy, but I think we'll be a little bit vulnerable over here. So I think we're just going to kind of sit there. I mean, what can we do realistically? They have massive armies here and there. Looks like these guys are encircled, which isn't really that good. Yeah, they're probably all just going to die. Let's say that I think we're doing pretty well. It looks like they are marching on the capital now, but we are defending quite well, I will say, in 99, I guess, percent. Yeah, they just kind of backed out for now, and we're just going to continue to hold this location down. We have these two mountain tiles here, so we won't be able to, I guess we won't be able to get surrounded as long as we have this other tile. We also unlocked machine working. Probably get this factory one, which makes our factories produce even more. So it makes our civilian factories make out even more factories, which is what we want. We want tons of factories. And it looks like Italy is kind of going round and round. So they're attacking us here. Also got the Stalin Constitution here. I'll go ahead and do this guy. Okay, so this is going to begin one of the purges. So, yeah, some people are going to die after that focus is complete. But it's going to also lower our paranoia, I believe, as well, once we do complete it. So I don't really have to spend anything on the paranoia at this point. And, yeah. These guys right here, defending real well. Very, very well. Oh, what is this? The U.S. Congress passes the Neutrality Act. I guess U.S. is neutral. That's unfortunate. We need them in the war. I guess there really isn't a war going on right now, except for this one in Ethiopia. Looks like we're going to get hit, knocked back here, unfortunately. Or not. I guess they're going to run away down into the mountains. It looks like other guys are going to be attacking us and losing miserably. Just holding this location down. Pretty much the Soviets, I think we're helping out Ethiopia a lot. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, there's no way they could hit us there. They keep trying, but they just keep dying in this conflict. Looks like I have 150 political power, so I think I could get something else here. I could also go for... I know the civilian economy isn't that good, so I'm going to go for partial mobilization, which is going to make me make factories quicker, pretty much. Let's go for that one. And it looks like Italy is going to back off for a little bit here. I guess not. I guess they're going in right now. All right, so now we completed the first purge here, the first Moscow trial. Another group of traitors have been brought to justice. That is amazing. 4 people, I believe, were just deleted from the game. Next focus, we should go for this one. Oh, we actually have to wait 175 days before that one, so we could do something else, I guess. Oh, this gives us stability. I think I'll go for that one. Yeah, I'd say we focus the Soviet Union first, and then later we focus on industry. I want to make sure our economy, or at least our, you know, a civil war isn't going to start. I don't know if a civil war will happen if I reach 0, but I think that's what's going to happen. All right, there's also a Spanish civil war going on. Interesting. Interesting. Spanish civil war. Who's fighting here? These guys are communists. They don't like us, though. These guys are fascists. They're kind of okay with us. I think we support the communists. Can we send even more volunteers this way? That would be interesting. I could send 6 volunteers. I think we help the communists. We need to spread communism one way or another. So let's get some more guys. Let's set up, so we need 6 guys to send over. I guess I'll put this, let's put the tanks. How about that? How we can send all my tanks over? They could have just all died. That could be so bad, but I think it is worth it. Tank, yes, tank. More tanks. Any more tanks? I think just a couple more tanks up here. A lot more tanks. We got 5 tanks in our division. I guess you could put like the last Mountaineers. No, we go. Here we go. We got 6 guys. I'm going to assign a general to this. I think we go ahead and bring Leonid Gorgov. I think this guy might get purged. I think he's a little bit of a spy for Trotsky, but we're going to send him over anyway. We're going to help out the communists as much as we can. We must spread communism. All right, let's go ahead. Send in our volunteers. This guy. Boom. We will help the spread. Yes, and they're going to accept our support. That is awesome. We also research construction. We'll go ahead, resources. I think resources could be good, but right now, at this point in time, we don't really need resources. We kind of are good on that for now. I think I'll go ahead and research this one, because this is going to make our infantry a little bit better, and maybe help us out here in the battle for Spain a little bit. I can do that. Oh man, it looks like Madrid's going to fall. I might have to just defend Madrid as well. But yeah. I think if their capital falls, they kind of lose the game, kind of like an Axis and Allies. So I think I'll just defend their capital. Take a look over here in Ethiopia. It looks like we are, in fact, still holding on pretty strongly onto the capital of Ethiopia. That's very, very good for us. Looks like our Soviet guy fell back a little bit. Going to go ahead and help these guys out in the capital city. Oh my gosh, they're dying miserably. We're also sending more volunteers over here this way. I don't know, maybe if we somehow win this war, we could get Ethiopia to turn communist and join our faction. And also, if I turn on factions modes here, you could see that the world is divided into a bunch of different factions. We got the Allies over here. These guys over here are neutral though, they're in gray. And then these guys over here, this is the Comintern. So yeah, this is our mighty alliance. We could go ahead and actually, if we do good things to other people, get them into our alliance and start making a giant communist society. We also have over here the Axis powers. I don't think we'll get along well with them. Yeah, our people don't really like the Germans right now. But I think that should be fine. I don't know. Things are, in fact, escalating up here and there. But I think that's where I'm going to stop for the end of this video. If you guys did in fact like this video, if I get, say, let's go shoot for 10 likes on this video. If we do in fact get 10 likes by the, I guess, the end of next week, I'll go ahead and make a part 2. We'll go ahead and continue this campaign of Hearts of Iron 4. I think we're doing pretty well. We're doing very, very well in Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia would have died already if it wasn't for us, the Soviets. Over here, this could be interesting. We could potentially help the communist Spanish in defending against the fascist Spanish. But I don't know. It isn't looking very good for the Spanish, I will say, in this part. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.